A huge issue facing humans around the world is the production and management of water pollution. Water pollution is a physical or chemical change in water that adversely affects the health of humans or other organisms. Water pollution can include sewage, pathogens, sediment, organic and inorganic compounds, chemicals, radioactive substances, and heat. Sewage is a particularly important water pollutant, and the management of sewage is as old as civilization. Sewage is primarily made up of nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus. If those nutrients enter water bodies, they can cause nutrient enrichment, as well as an increase in demand for oxygen by microorganisms that decompose that waste. As this biological oxygen demand, or BOD, increases, the amount of dissolved oxygen, or DO, in the water decreases. Reduced DO can cause problems for other aquatic organisms like insects and fish. Nutrient enrichment can cause a process in water bodies called eutrophication. While some lakes and ponds are naturally eutrophic, that is, they have a lot of primary productivity, some are naturally oligotrophic. They have few nutrients and low primary productivity. Nutrient enrichment from sewage or other man-made sources can increase productivity, causing artificial eutrophication, fundamentally changing the ecosystem and potentially causing the local extinction of endemic fish species. Nitrogen and phosphorus from livestock manure and fertilizer can also cause enrichment, and eutrophication in lakes, rivers, and estuaries. The sources of pollution are important because the best way to deal with pollution is to stop it at its source. However, this is sometimes easier said than done. Point source pollution is water pollution that can be traced to a specific origin, like a pipe leading out of a factory. Non-point source pollution is where pollutants enter a waterway from multiple sources across an entire landscape, making controlling that pollution difficult and can require cooperation among multiple land and business owners. Agriculture is the leading source of water pollution in the US. Animal waste and fertilizer can lead to eutrophication, and chemical pesticides can leach into groundwater, making water unsafe to drink. Another major source of water pollution are cities and towns. Runoff of streets and other impervious surface is a non-point source pollutant, and sewage is a point source. Many cities have developed combined sewers to deal with both runoff and sewage. And these combined sewers originally flowed into local rivers, but now they flow into wastewater treatment plants. In these wastewater treatment plants, the particles in the sewage is filtered out during primary treatment. During secondary treatment, the wastewater is allowed to sit and biologically decompose, and this reduces the BOD, or the biological oxygen demand. Any remaining solids are removed as sewage sludge, and the clean water is released into rivers. Some more advanced sewage treatment plants use tertiary treatment to reduce phosphorus and nitrogen in wastewater before releasing it. However, these combined sewers also have an issue. If there's too much rainwater, the combined volume of rain and sewage is far too much for the wastewater treatment plants to handle. And instead, that water is released into local waterways. Laws, including the Clean Water Act and Safe Drinking Water Act, have led to the regulation and reduction of water pollution in the United States. The reduction of water contamination and pollution is important both for human health, but also for the health of the environment.